How's it going? Today I just wanted to go over what I find to be the most efficient way of farming credits in Warframe and just a few tips that I've found to be helpful. So first up, I'm on my Rhino Prime. A build of this has been covered in a previous video if you wanted to watch it, and I'm also using the Plasma, the Piranha Prime and the Zenistar, although I'll mostly just be using the Plasma. I do intend to have a build covering the Plasma in a future video. If you're interested, keep an eye out for that. But to get into this mission, we have to go into Neptune, and it'll be the Index. So there will be 3 different difficulty settings for the Index. I recommend medium risk for the purpose of this video. Basically, low risk will be easier but less profit. High risk is harder and takes longer but more profit. But I find to be the medium risk to be the best sort of middle ground and most effective way of farming credits, just because you can do it a lot faster and the enemies start out at a lower level. So the thing to know about the Index is the longer you stay in there, the higher the level the enemies will get, which in turn will make it harder. So I find Rhino to be a good frame, simply because, as you'll see in a minute, I'll use the iron skin, which will bump up my survivability by a lot. This is actually a new map that I haven't been in yet. So it might take me a little bit to get used to the map and where the enemies come from, but for the purpose of this video, you'll be able to see just how effective the Index can be at farming credits. So you do have to keep in mind, the more of these points that you're holding, you can see like the green little crystals hovering around my frame. The more of them that you're holding, the more of an impact they'll have on your frame by lowering the health and causing, if you have enough, it'll cause you to lose energy over time. As you can see now, my energy is dropping. So the more you're holding, the more of a handicap you'll have. So you want to be careful of that. The biggest thing I've found is just keep an eye on your iron skin if you're on Rhino, as I am. Just so that you know if it's getting low, it's probably time to go and deposit the points into the enemy base, I guess you'd call it. And pretty much, since this is medium risk, you've just got to get to the target of 75 points deposited before the timer runs out. And of course, before the enemy defeats you. So depositing points, as you can see I'm holding 13, there'll be a bonus of 4. So the more that you're holding, the more bonus points you'll get. But as you can see right now, my health is only at 43 because of that handicap. And as my iron skin's getting really low, I think it's about time to go and deposit these. So you may have noticed the time left just increased. So when you deposit points, it'll extend the timer for this mission. But if the enemy deposits points, it'll drop the timer down, so you do have to be careful of that, because it can end the mission before you've completed your objective, which will result in the credits that you've wagered being lost. But I guess that's just part of the Index. You're risking losing your deposit for the potential payout of the reward upon completion. The other thing to keep in mind is you do have to pick up ammo and energy if you need it over time. As you can see, they spawn in specific spots on the map. So if you just familiarise yourself with where the pickups are, as well as where you've got to take these points, As you can see, this Archoplasma is doing some work. The only downside with it is that reload time. It really does take a long time to reload. Good. That's why, as I was saying, you do want to try and keep an eye on the iron skin as your sword just sends, sometimes when it gets a bit chaotic. And, you know, focusing on the enemies and end up dying. But it's not the end of the world, we can as long as we go and make sure that we kill whatever enemy picked up our points and stop them from scoring all those points, we should be right. There we go. So it almost ended badly, but that's just the nature of the index.
And not giving a damn.
And there you have it. So for the purpose of this video, I will cash in, although you can choose to stay invested and you'll basically go double or nothing. So you won't have to put in another wager, it will continue on your original one. Although if you do lose that second round, you will lose your wager. But you do have the positive side where if you do win that second wager, then you've come out with double the return of your credits that you would have got. So anyway, I hope this video has been helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.